Hello everyone. Today we will discuss the practice question paper of term 1 class 11 home science. This question paper has been released by DOE for the practice of students, and we have already done one section of it in the prior video. You can go to that video to do all those questions. First 25 questions have been done. We'll do the rest of the questions in this video. So let me first tell you the total time allotted for the paper is 90 minutes and total questions would be 55. I have already told you all this, but still repeating. So the question paper is divided into 3 parts, and in the first part there are 25 questions, out of which 20 questions are to be done. In the second part 24 questions are there, out of which 20 questions are to be done. You can leave the 4 questions, and in the last case study based section there are 6 questions and 5 are to be done out of that. And total questions we are supposed to do in this paper is 45, and the marks allotted for those would be 35. So maximum marks are 35 and each question counts to 0.77 marks. First section has already been done, so let's go to the second section directly. So this paper is set bilingually. If you want to go through the Hindi part as well, you can go through it. The questions are in both Hindi and English language, so we'll do the English part. And so the first 26th question is: health is a state of complete physical and mental and social well-being and not merely the absence of disease or infirmity. Who first gave this definition and when was it given? ICMR in 1928, WHO in 1948, ICMR in 1998, WHO in 1968. The ICMR students is Indian Council of Medical Research, and WHO is World Health Organization. So through this question we understand that we have to know who has given the definitions and in which year these are given. So please pay attention to these parts from your books as well when you revise the chapters. So pay attention towards the definitions and their year and who gave them. So the answer of this question is WHO in 1948. Question number 27. Suggest to Chitra how she can simplify the work by changing the hand and body movements. Option A is include useless actions in the work. B, to work randomly. C, work by keeping body in proper posture. D, inefficiency in work. So by including useless actions, obviously nobody's work can be simplified if we are doing useless actions. To work randomly also makes our work in a haphazard way and it doesn't help in simplifying it. C is work by keeping body in proper posture, and if we'll keep our body in proper posture of doing the work, obviously our work would be simplified. Inefficiency in work, obviously if we are inefficient in work, the work would rather be difficult for us. So the option is C, work by keeping body in proper posture. Question 28. Raju invited a friend at home to serve him his special grilled cheese sandwiches. He prepared fresh mayonnaise, washed and chopped all the vegetables very well, and cut fine slices of paneer too. To set the sandwich, he finally opened the bread box and found that it was empty. Identify which step in the management process he missed. Evaluation, organizing, controlling, or implementing. Here in the question we can see that Raju has arranged the materials and he has started working on it. When one starts working on it, then it is like implementing the work. But then in the midway he gets to know that he has not arranged things properly. The bread is not there in the box, so the things have not been organized, things have not been arranged. So option in this would be option number B, organizing. Evaluation we do once the work is completed or somewhere in between the work, whether work is going on right or not. But here he has failed in organizing the things properly. So answer would be organizing. Question number 29. We have to match the following. So on one side are the departments: human development, food and nutrition, fabric and nutrition, communication and extension, and on the other side are fiber science, food preservation, the activities that we do in different departments or what we study in different departments basically. So these are fiber science, food preservation, planning of the programs and their implementation, stages of human life. So these are the 4 options, and what we study in different departments has to be matched. So in human development it is very easily matched with stages of human life. So A is matched with 4, and we can see that in the option A and in the option C, A is matched with 4. So we have to check the 2 answers. B and D we can leave. Another is food and nutrition. Food and nutrition can be matched with food preservation. So B is matched with 2. So now we can see that A is matched with 4 and B is matched with 2. So this is matched in option number C. So A, B and D can be left and C can be the option, but still we can see the other options as well. Fabric and apparel is matched with fiber science. We study fiber science in fabric and apparel branch, and communication and extension we do planning of the programs and their implementation. So this completely matches with option number C. Question number 30th. Name the finishing process of straightening and smoothing of the ready fabric. Senforizing, calendering, dry cleaning, mercerization. So senforization is students, it is shrinkage resistance process, that the finishing that we do for shrinkage resistance in the clothes. So the cloth that we buy from the market would no more shrink once we use them. So that is senforizing. Calendering is the process of straightening and smoothing of ready fabric. And another is dry cleaning. Dry cleaning is the process of cleaning the cloth. It is wet cleaning, but not with the soap and water. They use different products. So that is a cleaning, that is for cleaning purpose, not for straightening and smoothing. And another is mercerization. Mercerization does the straightening and smoothing as well, but at the same time it gives strength to the cloth as well. So it is for providing strength to the cloth. So the answer would for this question would be option number B, calendering. Question 31. Reena is a teacher. What type of communication process can she use to make children and parents aware about nutrition in her school? One-way communication, mass communication, intrapersonal communication, interpersonal communication. So Reena as a teacher would call the children and parents to the school. Reena as a teacher would call parents and children to the school and would talk to them, would communicate with them. So it cannot be one-way communication. They both are participating in the communication process. It cannot be one way. It cannot be mass communication, because mass communication generally happens at mass level, where so many people are being told about something. For example, when government is telling about their policies or their plans, the future plans, or when budget is announced. So these are this mass communication is done through TV, radio, and maybe newspapers. So this is done on a larger scale, not in a classroom. Intrapersonal is something when you talk about your own self, when you talk to yourself. You do not talk to anybody else. It is the communication within yourself. For example, at night when you see what you did throughout the day, whether it was right or wrong, you introspect in intrapersonal communication. Or you plan your activities for another day, for tomorrow at night time. So this is an example of intrapersonal. Interpersonal is when two people talk or two groups talk among each other. So that when the teacher is talking to a group of children and parents, so that would be an interpersonal communication. Question number 32. Which foods are consumed in small quantities to help in reducing many diseases? fats and oils, pulses and legumes, sugar and salt, fruits and vegetables. So we can choose multiple options here. 1 and 2, the options are 1 and 2, 2 and 3, 1 and 3, 1 and 4. So there are 2 options we can choose from it, and obviously fats and oils we have to take in less quantities, because we can get them through natural products only, and if we overuse them they can cause us lifestyle diseases. Also sugar and salt, they are also to be taken in less quantities, because there is not any nutrition in them, that is not much needed. So the limited quantity that we eat is sufficient for our daily requirements. Pulses and legumes are good for as a protein source, as well as for vitamins and minerals, and also fruits and vegetables also provide us vitamin and minerals. Proteins are good for our growth and bodybuilding. Vitamins and minerals are immunity agents, protective agents. So option number 1 and 3, fats and oils, sugar and salt, are to be taken in less quantities. So that would be option number C, 1 and 3. Next question number 33. Which of the following steps will you keep in mind while planning for your annual exam preparation? So that is the present situation, goal, interchangeability, accessibility. Out of these we can choose 2 options. So when we plan for our annual exam, we generally check our present situation. What knowledge do we have right now? If we have less knowledge, we have to think about it. So the present situation is taken care of. Then what is our goal? Goal is also taken care of. Where we have to reach, what we want to get from our exams. Then is interchangeability. There is no such step like interchangeability for the preparation of exams. You don't interchange anything. Accessibility, we don't look for the accessibility part. We have all the material and we look for our present situation and our goals. So the option would be 1 and 2 part, option A. Question number 34. Which of the following are the elements of identity? Self-concept, self-efficacy, self-esteem, self-promotion. So the elements of identity are self-concept and self-esteem, 1 and 3. Self-efficacy is like something we think about our own efficacy. If we think about something, basically it comes under our self-concept. We think what concept we have about ourselves, our efficacy, what we do, that come under our self-concept, what we think about our own selves. Self-promotion, when we talk about self-promotion, that comes under our self-esteem part, whether it is our positive or negative. How do we see ourselves? So these are the concepts. Self-concept and self-esteem are the 2 elements of identity, 1 and 3. So the option would be C part, 1 and 3. Question number 35. Name the process used in the processing of wool fibers: shearing, carbonization, retting, ginning. We can choose 2. So dear students, shearing is cutting the hair of sheep and collecting that wool. So that is the cutting part from the sheep body. Then carbonization is clearing that collected wool and cleaning it. Basically the grease and the dirt collected on it is cleaned, and this process is called carbonization. Then is retting. Retting is done with flax and linen, and these are basically rotten in water for many days. That is called retting. And ginning is removing the dirt of cotton fibers. So retting and ginning are not for wool. Shearing and carbonization are for processing of wool fibers. So the option is 1 and 2, option A. Question 36. Radha has started falling ill due to wrong food habits. Identify which of the following possible habits may be responsible for her illness. Focuses on nutrition, eating food in proper amount, attitude towards wrong food choices, wrong combination of food. So we can choose out of this. So when she focuses on nutrition, that means she cannot have the wrong food habits. She is good in nutrition. Then eating food in proper amount is also a good food habit. Third option is attitude towards wrong food choices. They themselves have said that she has wrong food choices. So this is the option. Then another is wrong combination of food, and it is mentioned here itself that the combination of food is wrong. So these two options, third and fourth, would come under this. 3 and 4, option C. Question 37. In which parts is communication classified on the basis of human senses? Audio, visual, verbal, non-verbal. So we have to choose out of this on the basis of human senses. So the human senses in this question are two only, audio and visual. Verbal is no sense, non-verbal is not any sense. So audio and visual 1 and 2, option number A. Question 38. Riya wants to get her white dupatta dyed. As a home science student, tell her about the factors that can affect the dyeing of dupatta. Chemical nature of fiber, chemical nature of dye, length of fiber, yarn number. So when she wants to get her dupatta dyed as a home science student, she has to know the chemical nature of fiber, what kind of fiber would absorb water and the dye. Also she has to understand the nature of the dye as well, what kind of dye it is, whether it is herbal, organic, natural, or VAT or synthetic, what kind of nature dye is having, and that these are the two factors that would affect the dyeing of dupatta. Length of fiber doesn't matter with the dyeing process, and yarn number also doesn't matter. So the chemical nature of fiber as well as dye would affect it. So option is 1 and 2. 1 and 2 is option A. Question 39. Which of the following steps in water purification are important? In reverse osmosis, water filters, electrolyte dispenser, water sweetener chamber, activated carbon pre-filter, semi-permeable membrane. Electrolyte dispenser is used in UV water filters, and water sweetener chamber is also not used in RO water filters because this water sweetener can be done through carbon only. So this activated carbon pre-filter is used before the process of reverse osmosis and UV. So this carbon removes the impurities as well as it enhances the taste of the water as well. So this pre-filter and post-filter carbons are used. So third is the option. Then is the semi-permeable membrane. This is also used in reverse osmosis water filters. So option is 3 and 4, option C. Question number 40. These are the assertion reasoning questions. The subject home science explains interaction between human beings and the environment of society. This is the assertion and this is correct. The reason given for the same is the aim of home science is to develop all aspects of a person's life. So this is also correct and it explains the assertion. So our options would, let us check the options. Both A and R are true and R is the correct explanation. Both A and R are true but R is not the correct explanation. A is true, R is false. A is false but R is true. So our option goes to A. Both A and R are true and R is the correct explanation. Question 41 is another assertion and reasoning question. So there are certain universal physical and biological changes in the body during adolescence which have a special order or sequence. This is the assertion. So during adolescence they are saying, so this is correct. The reason they have given is human body develops in a certain and uniform pattern. So that is also correct because the sequence that we follow in a human body is certain for everybody and it goes in a uniform manner only. A child grows and develops from a child to adolescent and then going to adult and oldhood stage. So these are the stages that are certain and that have the same uniform pattern throughout. So the reason for the above assertion is correct. So we can say that our option would be A and R are true and R is the correct explanation for the same. Question number 42. Assertion is the results obtained after implementing the plan should not be evaluated. So I don't think this assertion is right, because when we plan out something, we do act on it, and then we obviously evaluate it whether it happened correctly or not, what we got from it. So we evaluate the results. So the assertion is wrong. Reason they have given is management of resources is essential for effective achievement of goals. The statement they have given in reason is true, because they have said the management of resources is essential, and that is correct, but then the assertion and reason do not match. So we can say that A is false but R is true. Option D. Let's go to question number 43rd. The assertion is the media has blocked the pace of development. So this assertion is also wrong, because media has not blocked the pace of development, rather it has helped in the development. We can approach to so many people, and media helps in approaching to so many people, and it tells us about new technology and everything that is coming in the market and whatever is going on. So it has not blocked the pace of development, rather it is the vice versa situation. Reason given is media as a catalyst of national development. So the reason is the reason statement is true, and we can say A is false but R is true. So option D goes for this. Question number 44. Assertion is feeling competent and capable in oneself is an effect of mental health. Where we have gone, I missed it. Right. Feeling competent and capable in oneself is an effect of mental health. Reason is social support measures contribute to positive adjustments, cooperation between children and adults. So this statement, assertion feeling competent and capable in oneself is an effect of mental health, is true. It is correct statement. Then another statement is about social support measures. That is not about mental health, that is about society and social activities. So both the statements are true, but then they do not this reason does not give explanation for the assertion statement. So we can say that both A and R are true, but R is not the correct explanation. Option B. 45. Question number 45. The assertion says the lights in the building can only be provided by natural sources. Obviously, in a building, natural sources do give light, but then we also use tube lights, bulbs, other candles, etc. So this assertion is wrong. So natural sources are not the only source. Reason is light illuminates and helps in maintaining hygiene. The statement that is given in reason is true, but then it does not give the explanation for A. So we can go for option number D. A is false but R is true. Question 46. Assertion: resources should not be misused and must not be wasted. This statement is true. We should not waste the resources. The reason is all sources are limited. This very well explains the assertion. So we can go for both A and R are true, and R is the correct explanation. Option A. Question 47. Question 47. The assertion is foodborne illnesses occur when we consume food that contains disease causing microorganisms. Very true. Then reason given is disease causing microorganisms thrive due to improper storage, contaminated equipment, lack of personal hygiene, or poor ways of preparing or eating food. So this very well explains the assertion statement. So we can say that both A and R are true, and R is the correct explanation. Question 48. The assertion is the circulation of air in rooms is considered essential. So we do need the circulation of air for proper and fresh air. Well ventilated rooms are required, and the reason they have given is air controls the temperature of the rooms. though I can say that the statement given in the reason is correct, but then this this does not talk about the fresh air that we have talked in assertion. So both A and R are true, but R does not give the explanation. R is talking about the temperature of the rooms, and assertion is talking about the fresh air, room ventilation and circulation of air. So A and R are true, but R is not the correct explanation. So option would be option B. Question number 49. So this is the last question of section B. This is again the assertion reason. To succeed, it is necessary to develop time management skills. Obviously, if we have to succeed, we should know how to manage the time well, because everybody has got the same 24 hours, and those who manage their time well succeed in their life. So the reason given for that is effective time management provides opportunity for proper rest, relaxation and entertainment along with work. So they are talking about the rest and relaxation and entertainment that happens in the time management process, but it is not talking about the succeeding. So both the statements are true, but this is not the correct explanation for assertion. So both A and R are true, but R is not the correct explanation, option B. So we have come now to section C. This is a case study based question. So a paragraph is given and you have to give answers out of that. So let us check the paragraph. Food pyramid is a graphic depiction of the daily food guide. Use of food pyramid not only ensures good health but also helps in planning of balanced diet and facilitates selection of alternate foods. The broad base at the bottom conveys the message that grains should be abundant and form the foundation of the healthy diet. Let me show you the food pyramid so that you can have more clarity. This is the food pyramid. At the base are bread, cereal, rice and pasta group, 6 to 11 servings. Then on top of that is vegetable group. This pyramid is going narrower as it is going upwards. Vegetable group and food group, 3 to 5 serving and 2 to 4 servings. Then on top of that is milk, yogurt and cheese group, also meat, poultry, fish, dry beans, eggs and nuts group. So this is milk and milk products as well as meat and meat products, also nuts. And at last on the top is fat, oil and sweets. They have to be used sparingly. So this is the food pyramid. It is broader at the base and very narrow at the top. Let us get back to our question and read it. So food pyramid is a graphic depiction of the daily food guide. Use of food pyramid not only ensures good health but also helps in planning of balanced diet and facilitates selection of alternate foods. The broad base at the bottom conveys the message that grains should be abundant and form the foundation of the healthy diet. Fruits and vegetables at next level, they have a less prominent but still have important place in diet. At third level from bottom, pulses and legumes are placed, which shows they are important to add in diet. Meats and milk appear in a smaller band. Near the top, fats, oils and sweet occupy the tiny apex. So this is the paragraph. Question number 50. What nutrients is the main source of energy? Carbohydrate, protein, calcium and vitamins. So we know that the carbohydrates are the main source of energy and they are found in grains, and that is the broader base of the food pyramid. Another question. Question 51. Seema takes vegan diet. She does not use any animal products in food or otherwise, such as cow, buffalo, milk, eggs, etc. Which of the following option would be suitable for Seema for her morning diet? So they have told that she takes only vegan diet and does not use cow or buffalo milk or any poultry or meat products. So the options are butter toast. Butter comes from the milk only, so she would not take the butter toast. Soy milk oats. Soya milk is a vegetable origin, so soya milk oats she can take. Another is paneer pakoda. Paneer comes from the milk only, so she would not take that. Honey pancake. Honey comes from the honey bee. So that is also a animal source. So she would not take honey pancakes. So the answer for this question would be option B, soya milk oats. Question number 52. Which statement is incorrect regarding balanced diet? Includes variety of food items. So a balanced diet would include variety of food items. That is correct. So we have to find out the incorrect statement. Option B, nutrients does not meet according to the RDA. RDA is recommended dietary allowances. So the nutrients have to meet according to the RDA. So this statement is incorrect. Another option, provide a safety margin for nutrients. Obviously a balanced diet would provide a safety margin for nutrients. Promotes and preserve good health. So a balanced diet would promote and preserve good health. So the option B, nutrients does not meet according to RDA, this statement is incorrect. Question 53. Fruits and vegetables are rich source of. Options are protein, carbohydrates, fats, and vitamins and minerals. So in another question also I have told you that fruits and vegetables are a source of vitamins and minerals. So the option would be option D. Question 54. Which of the following are classified as macronutrients? Carbohydrate, mineral, vitamins and fats. So the nutrients are classified into two parts, macronutrients and micronutrients. So macronutrients include carbohydrates, proteins and fats. Carbohydrates, proteins and fats, but micronutrients includes minerals and vitamins. So the option in this is option number 1 carbohydrate and option number 4 fats. So that would be 1 and 4. So for this answer, the answer would go with D, option number 1 and 4. In the Hindi part, it is they have given carbohydrate and protein, so that is option number 2 and 3. So in Hindi part, the answer goes to B part. But in English question, the answer goes to carbohydrate and fat 1 and 4. Option goes to D part. Then is question number, last question we have come to. This is another assertion and reason based question. Assertion is the size of each section of food pyramid represents the prescribed quantity served every day. So that assertion is correct. It gives it helps us in getting the size of each section that we have to take. Then reason is diet planning for vegetarians can be easily prepared by this, and this statement is also true. So the option goes to A. Both A and R are true, and R is the correct explanation of the same. So with this we have come to the end of the paper. We have done 55 questions. Hope this video would help in your exam preparation. All the best to you guys. Thank you.